Hey up everybody, Betty's back. Right, today I will be making a steak Diane with a creamy mushroom sauce served with some green beans and some Savoy cabbage which we had left over. So I'll show you the ingredients and we'll get cracking. Okay, so obviously start off with a steak each, two ribeyes which I got from Lidl's. We have some olive oil, some butter, salt and pepper, some double cream, mushrooms, I've just used the whole tub and sliced them up, 2 shallots which I've finely chopped, 2 garlic cloves, Worcester sauce, did I say Savoy cabbage? And that's going to be served with Savoy cabbage and some fine beans and a little bit of parsley. So that is it, let's get cracking. What did I forget? 200 ml of beef stock, that's 1 stock cube, 200 ml of boiling water. Always the same, I always forget something. Right, so I've got my pan on a medium-ish heat, 1 tablespoon of butter and 1 tablespoon of olive oil in there. So I've got it so it's warming up nicely. I've seasoned both sides of my steak, so basically just going to cook these 3 to 4 minutes on each side. So let me set that. I'm going to do it for 4 minutes. I'm not going to touch them as always. 4 minutes, don't touch them, flip them over, same again, and then we'll let them rest. So I'll come back when it's time to turn them over. Okay, so that is the 4 minutes. I've not touched them. Look at that. Beautiful. The same again. So we shall come back in 4 minutes when it's time to remove them. Obviously a nanosecond for you. Right, so that's had its 4 minutes again. I'll just turn that down and we're going to cover these, put these onto a plate with some tin foil. Pull that over that. And I'm going to let them rest. Right, so we have a little bit of juice left in there. I think there's actually enough there now to do the, I still think there's enough there to do the shallots. So I'm going to go in with my shallots. If you need some more butter or whatever, then add a little bit more butter. I think that will be fine. I've got my cabbage and fine beans just cooking in the background. They'll be coming off shortly and I'll be draining those. That's our little side dish. So I'm going to sweat these off for a couple of minutes until they've softened up. Right, so that's had a couple of minutes, so I'm going to go in with my garlic now. That may look a bit overdone, but it's a lot with that was the meat juices that was in there. So they're just starting to go soft. So they are actually burnt or caramelised, as I would say. So I'm going to go in with my garlic, get that in there. I'm just going to smush that around. Oh, I love the smell of garlic when it goes in a pan like that. And onions, well, shallots. Right, so just turn that up again a little bit. I'm going to go in with our sliced mushrooms. And we're going to fry those Probably for about 4 or 5 minutes until they've softened up and have took on a bit of colour. Right, so that's had about 4 or 5 minutes. So I'm going to go in with the liquids next. 2 teaspoons of a Worcester sauce, or as much as you like. That's probably the last bit of that anyway. A bit of Worcester sauce going in there. And our 200 ml of stock also going into there. So we're going to bring that to a boil and then just let it simmer for 2 to 3 minutes just to let it reduce slightly. Right, so that's had about 3 minutes there and it's thickening it up slightly. So I've just turned the heat right down, and next to go in is our double cream. Right, it says 150 mils. This is a 300 ml tub. So I'm going to put approximately half of this in here, obviously. Yeah, that will do nicely. So make sure that is all. I've checked for seasoning. It doesn't need any more seasoning because I think quite a bit of it came off the steaks while it was cooking in the same pan. So again, you can just let that bubble away and let it simmer for 2 to 3 minutes, again until it has reduced to your liking. As you can see, I've done my veg, drained that. They're all cooked. They just need reheating again. So I forgot to mention that on the last bit. Okay, so that has had a few minutes to reduce. So I'm now gonna reintroduce our steaks along with all the resting juices as well. So they're going back in. Don't waste them juices. That's like gold. Beautiful. So we're just adding them steaks back in there just to warm up for a few minutes. And while it's cooking, I need a knife actually. 1 second. Not a knife. A spoon. I'm just going to nappy that over the top. Nappy. Where did that come from? I'm pouring it on top of my steaks. So I'm going to leave that just for 2 or 3 minutes just to warm back up. Lovely. So we're back in a sec. Right, so that's had 2 or 3 minutes just to warm back through. I've kept spooning the liquid over the top, the lovely mushroom sauce. And all I'm going to do now is just sprinkle a little bit of parsley into the dish, saving just a little bit for garnish at the end. So that is my steak Diane with creamy mushroom sauce. Right, and there it is on the plate. Steak Diane with a creamy mushroom sauce served with Savoy cabbage and some fine beans. Yum yum. It's taste testing time. Right. I have my weapons. It's time to dig in. Obviously I'm going to try the star of the show, which is a steak in the mushroom sauce. The key is with most steaks, I think, is to rest it. I mean, oof. Oh. That creamy mushroom sauce is just to die for. The steak's perfect. I am pretty decent at doing steaks. Well, I like to think so anyway. But that's done very nicely. Well rested. Whoa. Honestly, you can't beat a meal like that. Simple, but absolutely delicious. Obviously, my Savoy. I'll try a bit of my Savoy. Yeah, that's nice. That's the bit of vitamins and minerals I need. And then these fine beans. I don't know what it is about these fine beans just lately. I never used to be able to stand them. It's only this last few months and I thought, and I tried them and I thought, do you know, they're actually quite nice. I think it was a texture thing for me. Squeaky beans we used to call them. But yeah, that is an absolutely delicious meal. So, if you like the look of that, please give it the thumbs up. Thanks everybody for all your lovely comments, for all your shares, for all your lovely recipe ideas, and if you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing so because it really helps us. So I'm going to leave that where it is now because I'm going to finish that off later on, and I will see you guys on the next one. So take care everybody, and we'll see you later.